Welcome to SharePoint JSON list formatting training. In this training, we're going to take a look at how to put together a formatting template for a hyperlink column. Normally, when you have a hyperlink column in SharePoint, it looks pretty plain on the SharePoint list view. We're going to change that. We're going to turn it into a button that users can click to go to that link. If you're interested in learning how to code JSON formatting templates, this training's for you. Let's begin. Okay, so what you want to do first is click on the link in the description. That's going to open up this training content. I'm on that page, and if you have not done one of these training videos yet, the first thing you should do is check out the introduction and prerequisites, as well as resources. That was covered in depth in a previous video. And this training is going to be about doing the hyperlink button. So that's what we're going to focus on for this training. In SharePoint, of course, we need a hyperlink field. You can call your field what you like. I've called my field link. So make sure you've created that field before you begin this training. I've got my column right here. I've even put in some links, which you should also do, and it's ready to go. So here's a preview of how this is going to look. We're going to see a button that users can hover over and click, something that looks nicer than the very plain looking hyperlink that's provided in out-of-the-box SharePoint. We just need that one hyperlink field. And then it's also good to understand the HTML that's going to be produced. When we write JSON formatting code, it is giving instructions to SharePoint on HTML that it should create to hold the data, and the styling in terms of how that's going to look. For this template, we have nested divs. We have divs inside of divs. So we have a main div, a div inside of that, and then yet another div inside of that with a hyperlink element holding the link content. So that's what we're going to create with our code. The first step, we need to specify the formatting schema. This is always the starting point on any JSON formatting template. This is a column formatting template, so we're going to use that link, and that's where you begin. That's the outer div. Now we're ready to move on. We need a style node on that main div, and then we're going to be setting some properties. So we have a display property set to flex in the styling, and we want to have justify content at center, and then we're also going to build out the rest of that skeleton, if you will, of that HTML content. So this is the next step. We're starting to build out the framework of our code. Let's take a look. So there we go. There's our main element. We do have a special call out on the display. We don't want to show a button unless we have a hyperlink. That would be ridiculous. Otherwise, users would just click the button and nothing would happen. So we use this if condition to check whether or not there's a value in the current field. If there is, we're going to go ahead and show it. There's our child elements. So we use this children with square brackets to designate that situation. That's how we get our nesting structure. So we do that for the main div, and then there's a secondary div where we do the same thing. And then inside of that last div, there's yet one more child, which is the anchor element that's going to hold the hyperlink. Okay, so now we're ready to move on to the next step. In that second div, we're going to do some styling. And again, this is just getting things ready to give the appearance that we want of this clickable button. So there's a style node that we need to add, and then we're going to put in lots of style attributes, which are listed in these bullet point instructions. So here we go. Here's our expanded code, and then you can see all those style attributes. This is the area of the code where you can experiment, and you can try different colors and sizes to see how that changes the appearance of your formatting template. And that way you can better learn how JSON formatting works and personalize the template to you. Okay, in the next step, we're going to get into the attributes of the third div. This one is going to have an icon next to it, and we need to specify that. So you're going to see that in this area with a icon name attribute. This comes from the Microsoft API. We want a double right arrow next to that. So you can use other options, and if you follow the link in the preview button below the training, you'll see some of those other button icons that you can choose from. And then to the right of that is going to be the actual text that comes from the hyperlink field. Okay, and now to the next section, more styling. So you can see there's a theme here. We do a lot of styling with these templates. This is, after all, HTML and CSS. And if you are familiar with CSS, you know that that controls the appearance of content on the web page. So we're using the @current_field token reference to get the hyperlink, and then the text content to get the text of the hyperlink. Okay, so we're really kind of finishing our build out of the code here, and there's a lot of content in there. So you can follow through these style references and then the part where it's actually handling the hyperlink. So that's the actual hyperlink attribute down towards the bottom of the code. If you look in here, there is the anchor element. This is the hyperlink, and we set this attribute where the hyperlink URL is that @current_field reference. The text content needs @current_field.desc as in description. Okay, that's the last bit of code. We can copy that to the editor. So now I'm ready to copy this into SharePoint, and I'm going to go to my hyperlink column, go to column settings, format this column, advanced mode, and you're going to select all and paste. Just like that, click save. There are my buttons. So you can see these kind of adjust depending on whether I adjust the column width. And as you would expect, if I click on that, it's going to hop me over to whatever that hyperlink is. And then I've also got this hover effect on the buttons as I wish. So your next step is to play around with this. There's lots of styling attributes in here, and it's useful to play around with this. You can try a different font size. You could adjust the colors being referenced in this template. You can see some of those color references by clicking on the live preview link. That's going to open up a window where you can see some examples of different kinds of styling done to this. So I can click through these different theme options, and it's going to show you different ways you might style that button. So there's lots of different possibilities. The other thing is the icon. So if you look in here, there are a bunch of different icons you can pick from. If you click on that, you'll see the actual name of the icon. You can use that icon reference in your own code. Okay, so that was the hyperlink button template. A lot of code going on there, a lot to explore, and this one includes a lot of style attributes. So if you want to manipulate the appearance of the button, maybe you want it larger, you're going to do a different icon or a different color scheme, all of those possibilities are available to you by playing around in the style attributes of the code. I hope you found that useful, and I hope it gives you a better understanding of how to code JSON formatting templates in SharePoint. And if you like this, there's several other videos in this JSON formatting series. Good luck.